What's up, everybody? Welcome to Thursday night here in the Pace Studio in Midtown Manhattan. We are really fortunate and lucky and happy to welcome Filthy Friends to the studio today. Guys, thank you so much for coming and playing some music for us. Let me introduce anyone real fast. We have Linda Pittman, Scott McCoy, Corin Tucker, Peter Buck, and Kurt Block from my left. And they are Filthy Friends. And you guys put out a record just a couple of weeks ago. It's called Invitation. And we're really excited to hear some songs from that today. So let's go right into it. Let me know about the first song you're going to do for us today.
Well, the first song, unfortunately, actually isn't on the record.
Even better.
Yeah, it was on the Battle Hymns compilation that Janet Weiss and Sam Coombs put together to benefit the ACLU. And this one is called Love in the Time of Resistance.
Cool.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Surprise, rush to power, country numb, the mask comes off. Have we done? Dig your heels in, toughen up. We can't go back. We must move on. In the
Thank you, guys. So, you guys are obviously a collection of very accomplished and veteran musicians. Peter, obviously, longtime guitarist with REM. Corin is 1/3 of Sleater-Kinney. Scott and Linda and Kurt, you played with. Kurt, you were in the Fastbacks, and everyone sort of revolved around the -5 and the baseball project. You guys have done a lot. But this project, I know, actually came together some years ago, like 2012, I think. And now the record comes out in 2017. So I'm curious, was this sort of the trajectory you were always on?
Yes, this session right here was.
This is it.
This is what we're aiming for. So,
All right. So after this,
we're done.
After this, you're retiring.
Yeah.
All right. Great. So was there something that like said, now it's time to make a record, or was this just sort of the gradual progression of how it went naturally?
I think it might be more like this is us slowly getting our act together.
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh, you're being truthful.
You can lie. That's fine.
Okay.
I don't really care.
We had to wait for the right windows of opportunity, really.
Yeah. So I mean, is it
Yeah.
tough to get everyone together in one room? It must be.
Yeah.
That's a
for
lot
sure.
of it. That's a lot of it.
Yeah. And when you started, I think I was reading you started out as like a Bowie cover band. I don't know if that is accurate. Is that true? There are places in the internet that will tell you that,
Yeah.
but they
That's
could be wrong.
false news,
It's
I
false
think.
news, fake news. Yeah. And so when you guys, Portland, I think, has been your home base. Is that right? And so when you have gotten yourselves together, how have these songs sort of made their way out in terms of like the construction of them, in terms of who brings the ideas and the collaborative effort and all that?
Well, Peter and I get together fairly regularly to work on songs, and he's always got a wealth of musical ideas and things that he'll bring in, and I'll sing to it. Sometimes I throw in a song or change a chorus, or we rearrange things. So we come at it with a variety of songwriting techniques.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Without further ado, let's get into the next song, which presumably is from the record, but I could be wrong
Yes,
about that
this
one
one
too.
is from the record, and this one is called Brother.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Brother, call my name. Tell me what's up. Put some brew in my cup before we roll out again.
Thank you, guys. So to get back to the record, it's always interesting for me to talk to bands these days. We have a lot who come into the studio who wrote songs in 2016 or 2015 or even before, and then the record comes out in 2017, and the whole country has been like flipped upside down. Was there, in terms of the songs you wrote, because there are songs on the record that really are sort of overtly political, if not specifically, at least in their theme. Despierta and You and Your King for two. So in terms of that, now that the record is coming out, was there any thought of like, do these songs have the meaning I might have thought they did before? Do they have a different meaning? Does it matter?
Right. Yeah, I think Despierta was written, I mean, that song was written like in 2013, I think. And, it was really surprising, obviously, after the election, and wasn't what anyone was predicting, right? So there's this line in the song, I think you're in my seat. And, I mean, the sad thing is it's still true.
If not even more.
Yeah. So it kind of, it does change the meaning. It makes it sadder, more brutal, and also makes me want to keep singing it even louder.
Right. Yes. I mean, it's sort of like the flip side of that question is do the songs take on a greater meaning? Like the songs, meanings can change, but, in something that was so unpredictable, and yet now the songs seem to have a greater resonance sort of naturally. I mean, it's a shitty way to give them resonance, but is that something that you feel as you're singing them?
I think everyone's just trying to cling to things that make sense, and so much that doesn't make sense right now, And I find that when we play music together, we all feel better afterwards. And we play a show, and everyone afterwards is like, thank you. And we're like, no, thank you, because we did something today that made us feel better and, made sense to us. And so, in that way, in that really small way, it does, bring a little bit of like meaning to the day or whatever.
Yeah, it's sort of hard to imagine how these songs would have felt, had the election gone the way everyone was expecting, and it maybe wouldn't have that kind of reaction from people. I don't know if that's something that, comes out in the performances of those songs or not. Anyway, let's do a couple more. The next one you're going to do also from Invitation?
Yeah,
I
this
believe?
one actually is Invitation. So
Is
it's
Invitation.
the title track
The title
from
track.
our LP.
Excellent. Great segue.
Because it sounds nothing like anything else on the record.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Arriving in the mail, a paper invite sent to my line in heavy veil, thumb along the edge. Come see the party lights, come for a special night where your finest studs inside. Wonderful affair. Baby, I was wrong to leave. Baby,
thoughts of romance were those wild inventions. Maybe I was wrong to believe. Maybe I was full of grief. Time was always pushing us along. Time was always pushing us along.
Kind of how it was made to be played.
Thank you so much. So, that really is a song that doesn't sound like others on the record. In terms of like just the ideas for these songs, was this sort of like one person comes with the germ of an idea and you all kind of like work on it and figure out what you want it to sound like? There's so many sounds on the record. There's sort of, that's a little Patti Smith, that's a little sort of T-Rex. That is more of sort of like a bluesier, almost like a dance hall sort of a song. How do they all work out and come out the other side in a situation like this?
Well, I think for the majority of them, Peter has a musical idea. Like that song, Invitation, he was like, I have this guitar thing. You probably won't like it, and it's like
Stupid,
beautiful.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gorgeous. And I'm
you're all
like,
just now playing it begrudgingly,
what
right?
are you talking about?
Yeah, right.
Like,
Right.
I have an idea for this, and I kind of go away for a little bit and work on the vocals a little bit, and then we come back together and I'm like, what about this? And sometimes we rearrange things, or sometimes I have an idea for a song like Brother. I was like, I have this idea, it's really simple, I play like really simple chords, and then when the whole band comes together, it's like it becomes this whole other thing, and people are like, oh, what about we stop here? And so it's just a wide collaboration.
And is that typically how you guys function in your regular quote unquote bands? It's the same sort of thing. Like there's obviously, when you've been in REM for so many years or Sleater-Kinney for so many years, there's probably a process that occurs when you have a collection like this. I don't know if you guys are going to make another record. Is it a really different way of making music?
It's, for me, really similar in Sleater-Kinney. I mean, it's very, very collaborative, and it's also that multifaceted way of coming to songs. It's like people bring stuff in, it changes rapidly, everything gets switched around, and that's why it's so good to collaborate with Peter, because he's exactly the same. He's like, oh, what if we try this? And he's totally open to, like, changing things, flipping things around. Can we make this the chorus? Can this go longer? And it's all very much on the fly and can change at the last minute in the studio.
Yeah, I think one thing that was really cool is we didn't really make good demos of any of these songs. There was nothing that got past being basically Peter playing guitar and Korn singing, usually just on the phone. Sometimes we recorded some stuff, but we never like worked out the parts. So that when the band first played it, was in the studio pretty much. I mean, we rehearsed a couple times, then went in, but so everybody got to put their thing into it.
Cool. Was this a process that spanned a lot of? You guys have been playing together for some years. Was it a long recording process over many different trips, or a brief burst?
It was a quick burst right after we basically got together. We just went in and recorded 15 songs just like that.
2
Yeah.
days.
in like a week. Yeah.
And they more or less came out the way that you envisioned them going in, or there really was like a lot of mutation and stuff.
I don't know.
I don't think there was that much mutation. There was just like, sometimes we'd be like, let's shorten that part.
Yeah.
In the
But
studio.
I mean, we played them live with 2 or 3 guitars, bass, and drums, and so they already sounded like a record after we played it.
Right.
Basically,
Yeah.
we put some backing vocals on, a couple little keyboard bits. We didn't put a
Krumar
well,
orchestrator.
we didn't put a lot of extra stuff on it. Really, they sounded so full
Oh, yeah.
after we played them.
So you cut the string section.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cutting
No
the floor.
string section except for from the Krumar orchestrator.
The string section circa 1979.
Yeah.
Sweet. So I think you guys are gonna do one more from the record for us. Yeah.
Yeah, this is one more from the record, and this one is called Makers.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Row a little sailboat, row it to my bank. Pick me up in
Thank you guys so much.
Hey,
Thank you.
Filthy Friends. The album is Invitation, and it came out August 25th. I'm not sure. I know you guys were in Brooklyn last night at the Bell House. I think you have a couple of festival shows coming up, but I'm not sure after that. Is there more? Is there more to come?
To be continued.
To be continued.
TBD.
Probably recording. Not too far ahead. We've got a bunch of new songs.
Oh, good.
We've been playing six or seven of them, I think. Not every night, but yeah, we've got a cool record brewing, I think. Yeah.
Nice. Is this the first time you guys have played in this sort of format with acoustics and
It
not with
sure
the
is.
full band and the electric
Sure
band?
is.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it
Absolutely.
sounded it has
I don't
sounded
even know
great.
if there's acoustic guitar on the record. I guess there is on one song, maybe.
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 Yeah, it's
Maybe
a
not.
pretty raw
Yeah.
record.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's been sounding great, and we really appreciate it. We're just gonna quickly set up for Peter's solo vocal. You guys can step away.
Step away from the microphones.
That's right. So anyway, yeah, Filthy Friends. So thank you so much again for coming, Linda Pittman, Scott McCoy, Corin Tucker, Peter Buck, Kurt Block. The album is called Invitation. Everyone should go pick it up. It's
Man,
really been.
you rattled off our names without even looking at a piece of paper.
And I'm
very impressed.
And I'm holding it. Yeah, well, I've been
really
staring
good.
at it for the last 25 minutes.
And your pronunciation was flawless.
Thank you. We're going to retake everything.
You should
that
be
I screwed
president
up.
of the United States.
Yeah. Well, I was a write-in candidate. I don't know if you knew that. Where was I? Anyway, thank you for coming. And
Thanks
you
for
guys
having
should
us.
come back anytime, of course, in any configuration that you'd like. And when you make another album, please come back and play it for us.
We'll see you then.
Yeah,
All
great.
right.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a lot,
guys.
Thank
Thank you.
Eh.
Yeah.